Hello, everyone, and welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to my 100% spoiler filled review for Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, Absolutely amazing, funny, energetic, just so cool of a film. I really had um, an amazing, fun time watching this film. I've seen it 3 times, and it's just it's just very good. It's very good. It's one of my favorites of the year. There's no doubt about that. And this was a risk. This movie was a risk for Marvel to make this film. Nobody really knew who Guardians of the Galaxy was. I mean, I didn't know who they were until they said Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, it's a comic book. It's a Marvel comic book. Okay, it's a comic book. Okay, but I didn't know who they were. You got a raccoon, you got a walking tree. So it really didn't. It didn't really make much sense, really, to fit into this cinematic universe that Marvel is creating with characters on Earth, basically. I mean, well, you got Thor, which is like the closest thing to like an alien, but you have Captain America, Iron Man. You got Black Widow and Hawkeye and the Hulk. I mean, the Hulk is kind of alien looking, but he's really not. But yeah, I mean, so they're bringing in Guardians of the Galaxy, and you have Thor, which is the closest thing in Marvel to being an alien. Well, he is an alien, but this is like really far out there. I mean, this is like Star Wars type stuff going on in the Marvel universe. And, it was a risk. It was a damn big risk, really. But when I heard that they were doing it, I was like, okay, a comic book movie, this might be cool. This might be really neat. And then you start hearing about, what they are. These 5 like misfits or rebels coming together and saving the galaxy, and it looked really cool. And a lot of people were like, "No, it might be a flop. This might not be very good. This might be like Green Lantern, or might not do very well." And well, it actually turned out that I was right. I mean, it actually did very well, and it is killing at the box office. I mean, what did it make on opening weekend? It made like 90 something million. I mean, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but it made a ton, and it's made at least 300 million so far worldwide, I believe. I could be wrong on that number, but it's doing amazing, and I'm excited that it's doing so well, because it's a very good movie. There's other movies that's come out this year that's made like $1 billion, and they don't deserve it. But this movie does. This movie does. It's very good, and I was glad I was right, because I knew I had a feeling it was going to do very well. I was hooked on a feeling, is the song goes in the film. As soon as I seen the first trailer and they had that song, "Hooked on a Feeling," I was like, this, if they're going to have these songs and everything in the movie, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun, and I love the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack of this film. Is one of the best soundtracks that I've heard all year. I mean, maybe in any movie in a while that I really wanted to get, other than other movies that are fan favorites for me, like Lord of the Rings soundtrack or the Hobbit soundtrack. I mean, those are the ones I go for. Or like something like Star Wars soundtrack, Man of Steel soundtrack. I like a lot. But the Godzilla soundtrack I enjoy. I thought it was really good. But this one, as for music, this is, the best soundtrack I've heard all year, for me anyway. Chris Pratt, I mean, he was a risk too. He was a risk. I mean, Chris Pratt from Parks and Rec. I mean, man, he has transformed himself into a superhero. He really has, and I didn't know if it was going to work, but I didn't know if he was going to work, as well. But he did, and I was really hoping this movie would come together, and it has. It has. Batista, he was another risk that could have been like really bad. I mean, it could have been a bad thing. Batista's not really an actor. I mean, he's trying to get in there, but He was one of like the biggest risk of all of them too. I mean, and it worked out. He delivered some of the funniest lines in this movie. Some of the funniest lines. It's hilarious. And being so literal, like nothing will go over my head. I'm too fast. I would catch it, you know. And yeah, it was very funny, excitingly funny. I really enjoyed it. And the other actress, Zoe Saldana, she was actually probably my favorite character, Gamora. Rocket Raccoon, Bradley Cooper plays Rocket Raccoon so well. You don't even know it's him, really. You don't even know it's Bradley Cooper's playing Rocket Raccoon, but he does it so well. He does it so well. And Vin Diesel's playing Groot. Who would have known that? I mean, do you really need Vin Diesel to, voice a character that only says 3 words, "I am Groot," throughout the whole film? But I mean, it works, and it worked. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, Gamora and Groot are probably my 2 favorite ones. I mean, I just like the way they are. But yeah, I really like them all though. It was really great. The actor playing Ronan, the Accuser, Lee Pace. I liked Lee Pace a lot in The Hobbit, and I like Lee Pace a lot as an actor anyway. I actually liked Ronan. I know a lot of people have said maybe they didn't like him as well, but it worked for me. I mean, not someone who's not known. I've never read the comic books, so Ronan works for me. I thought he was a great villain, even though he wasn't he was just like a puppet of Thanos. But he worked, and you've seen that he was kind of like the character Malekith in Thor: The Dark World, which was kind of like this like bad guys like hell bent on destroying stuff for some other reason. But I liked it. I mean, I actually liked him a little more than the Malekith character in Thor: The Dark World. And he really looked, devilish or scary, and he was believable for me. I mean, I enjoyed it. Thanos, I wish they would have showed more of Thanos. I mean, we got to see him finally, and the last time we seen him was in Avengers, the end of the Avengers, the teaser at the end, and they're really spreading Thanos along. I mean, they're going to spread him out to probably Avengers 3. Eventually we're going to have to come to an end conclusion for Thanos, but he's the end bad guy that they're going with, and he's trying to get these Infinity Stones for the Gauntlet or whatever, and we'll see how that goes. But Josh Brolin, who's playing Thanos, I liked it. I thought he did well. I guess like some of the features, he's like motion capped or something, and it worked. It worked. I just wish they would have showed a little more. That's like a nitpick that, I wish they would have had a little more than of Thanos, but I'm sure we'll get more of him as the movies go along. But we have the other characters like Benicio del Toro. His character was a little over the top. That hairstyle and the way he is, very over the top character. Yeah, I mean, his character is kind of weird, kind of strange. Not really neat. I mean, the collector, I guess he collects artifacts from all over the galaxy. Yeah, I mean, I like Benicio del Toro a lot, and but his character, I don't know. I don't know about that character. It was kind of strange, kind of weird. I mean, the whole hair thing, the whole outfit. But other than that, I mean, that was like another nitpick. It was just kind of the whole costume that he had on. I mean, it was kind of comical in a way, but I know there was a few people in the audience that laughed when they seen him. I was like, yeah, well, I understand. It is kind of comical, but I mean, who else was in this film? I mean, Nebula. Nebula was also in this movie. Now the actress she was in Doctor Who, and her name is like escaping me now. I don't know if I can get her name here real quick, and I can't believe that I'm like blanking on her name. Let me see here, guys. Guardians Um, yeah, I mean, I can't believe I'm blanking on her name, and I know I'm shooting myself in the head for that. But she was, anyway. I mean, she was, I liked her in Doctor Who, and I should find her, be able to find her name, and I can't. Um, let's see here, Karen Gillan. That's it. I got it. Karen Gillan. Um, yeah, I like Karen Gillan a lot. I liked her in Doctor Who, and when she was leaving, and basically she was got onto this role fairly quickly after she left, for after Doctor Who, and um, she was a great character. I mean, you wouldn't even have known that was really her. I mean, she completely shaved her hair off in real life, shaved her hair off to play this character. She's like this machine robotic, um, and it was really, I liked it. I mean, she just kind of Terminator, Darth Vader type thing going on there. But she is the sister of Gamora. I don't think they're stepsisters. I think they are sisters. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they are the adopted daughters of Thanos. So Nebula is a little bit more evilish than Gamora. Gamora is not really evil at all. I mean, she wanted to get rid of Thanos. She knew that the destruction of the galaxy is no good, but Thanos is doing, and that's why I like Gamora a lot. She was really actually really the best person out of all of them, except for Groot. But she was the one that really wanted to have, peace throughout the galaxy and do the right thing. The others just wanted money or revenge or, whatever. But yeah, Nebula, another great character. You have Michael Rooker from The Walking Dead, and when they killed off him in The Walking Dead, I was sad because I liked Michael Rooker a lot, and he was great in The Walking Dead as Merle. And then he got this role, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. He's playing Yondu, and Yondu is a badass dude. He is a badass dude. That scene where he's at the end, where he's surrounded by all the enemy. I don't know what their names are, but all the enemies, and he has that arrow thing, and it comes out, and it just goes. I mean, it just takes them all out, and it was just that was it. It shows that he's one of the toughest dudes, the most badass dude throughout all of them, really. I mean, you don't want to mess with Yondu. I mean, that guy is tough. That guy's tough. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film, guys. I'm running 13 minutes. But yeah, I mean, what can I say if you guys haven't already seen? I mean, it's fun. I really enjoyed it. Is it my favorite throughout this year? No. For me, X-Men: Days of Future Past is still a better film, and it's still my number one. But this is number two for me, and I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. I gave X-Men: Days of Future Past a 9.5. I think it's just a little bit better film, but this is definitely Guardians is definitely a more fun film, better soundtrack, just easygoing film. I enjoyed it a lot, and what else more can I say? The end credit. I can say the end credit. The end credit scene. Howard the Duck. I liked Howard the Duck when I was a kid. The movie Howard the Duck. and this end credit scene, I don't know what it was about. I really don't know what the point of the end credit scene is for Guardians of the Galaxy. It didn't really mean anything, showing Howard the Duck, and you really don't. Once you see the movie once and you see the end credit scene, you don't need to watch the end credit scene again. I mean, it's not really worth that. But I mean, who knows what's going to happen with this Howard the Duck thing? I mean, maybe they're trying to introduce him now back into this world, and we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but also the Cosmo, the cosmonaut dog. I guess in the comic books, the dog can telepathically talk to you through, telepathically. But they did not show that in this movie. It was basically like a dog in the astronaut suit or whatever running around. Another thing that's very weird, But one other thing I'll touch on is the character of Rocket. I really Bradley Cooper playing Rocket was awesome, but also the backstory of Rocket about how how they touched on like how he was like he's not he was like transformed or like mutilated or whatever and like put back together, and you see that scene in the jail where Chris Pratt or Star-Lord sees his back and he's got like all these bolts and everything, and he's like like mechanical in a way. I mean, it's just like he was like a genetic experiment, and it's just what in the world is happening, But and Groot again. Groot was a fun character, and it was fun. For a minute there, I thought, well, he's dead. They killed Groot, but then you see like the little baby Groot and he's dancing, and okay, that's awesome. But this movie is great sci-fi. It really is great sci-fi with battles, flying through space, and you see other worlds, you see other planets, and which is great. I mean, other than Star Wars or Star Trek, I mean, you don't really see a lot of other films or other movies or TV shows or anything with other planets or space battle. And that's what I love. I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars. And this was great. This was great to see other worlds, other planets. You see space battles. You have a ship that's kind of like the Millennium Falcon. And you have Star-Lord that's kind of like a Han Solo in a way. You have Rocket and Groot that are kind of a mix between Chewbacca and R2-D2 and C-3PO. I mean, you have all this very similar to Star Wars. Very cool. And what else can I say? It was very fun. Very fun. I really enjoyed it. 9 out of 10 for me. I urge everyone to go see it. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys thought. Interested to see what your guys' comments are about this film. And apparently they're making another one. They already announced another one. Marvel knew that this film was going to do well. They knew it was going to do well. I think it exceeded what they thought, but they've already announced another one, the second Guardians of the Galaxy coming in 2017. So I'm happy. I'm happy for that. So, but yeah, that's it for me, guys. I've gone way over time talking about this, but let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Yes or no, if you liked it or not, or if you did, please let me know. And like and subscribe, guys, too. Appreciate the support. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Take it easy.